Man, I was kind of hesitant to get on here today. I kind of failed the mission because I didn't get on yesterday. And even though I feel like nobody else will notice, I notice. And despite doing my best to always feel like you gotta forgive yourself, you gotta give yourself grace, etc. It still bums me out. I was super just dead yesterday. My girlfriend and I do a monthly date night, and since this month I'm not drinking. Normally we drink and do some drugs like Molly or some cocaine. I we didn't drink, but we still did some Molly and cocaine. So we're still up all night, and just hanging out and doing what we do. But I don't think we went to bed till like 7 or 8 in the morning, and just really dead. And so when I woke up in the afternoon, it was like, oh, we got to do some workouts. We went for a walk, but after that, I was pretty dead. So got back in bed, took a nap after we ate some food, and yeah, I was like, fuck, dude, I don't even know if I can talk, and I don't know what I'm gonna. And then I was like, man, I'm just gonna turn on my YouTube live on my phone and just have it on my face when I was like watching TV or something. But I should have just done it, and I don't really know why I didn't. I was just like, I think I was a little scared, and yeah, so I'm like, fuck it, and then I just fell asleep. And then all of a sudden it's 3 a.m. when I wake up. So I'm like, well, fuck, I missed out on that. I don't think I finished all my water either, and I definitely didn't do my reading. So feeling a bit frustrated with myself, even though I kind of could have known that was coming. I still pretty down energy today too, but gotta walk in doing this now today, and so I'm probably gonna stream again later today, and just to catch up. And I know that if you listen to the original 75 Hard, is like one slip up, whether it's like a picture or water or missing a workout or not reading or whatever, you got to go back to the beginning. I am not gonna do that. I mean, maybe that's the best way, but I think finishing something, even if you miss a day, is better than starting over and then never finishing. So, yeah, I'm just gonna make. I mean, I feel like if you have a sick day at work or whatever, it's just like you gotta catch up on your work later. Or if you're going somewhere on vacation, you gotta do some things and get your ducks in a row before you go. So next date night that we do, we're gonna try to do like double duty the day before on some of the stuff, and really get ready for a recovery day. So guess I feel good about that, but yeah, it is tough. I mean, I've been doing this. This is my 20th live stream, 21st day of the month. It was just like, fuck, dude, it's starting to really like take its toll. Just like doing this massive amount of shit every single day without ever having a breather. So, because I normally am, I'm pretty healthy, pretty active, but there are things I don't do every single day. But I do want to build those habits. I mean, I do like doing this thing every single day. I can see myself, if normally if I miss one, wouldn't be that big of a deal, but maybe it is. Maybe that's like how you really get things accomplished and really achieve greatness, is by never, by actually committing to doing these kind of shit every day, and just building those kind of skill sets and habits that are good. Yeah, I'm not really sure. And even if I get nothing out of this, or if it feels like, maybe my channel doesn't move anywhere by doing this every day, but maybe I've gotten better at speaking, or maybe I've gotten better at discipline, or even the video camera and stuff, just noticing the different things and how to get all the ducks in a row. So, um, yeah, man, that being said, I guess I feel like my mental state's a bit low, but if you've ever dabbled with Molly or MDMA or ecstasy, they have a tendency to put you at a really nice high, and it overutilizes your serotonin, and you feel really good for an extended time. And then once the drugs wear off, um, because you've burnt through all of your serotonin, your body's left at a deficit, and so you're just like, and so people tend to be sad the day or two after and down, and I know those are to be expected, but sometimes still hard to shake. It was nice though, because my girlfriend and I spend, the next day together and cuddle and watch the movie, so it always ends up being a good day together. But now it's back to reality and getting shit accomplished. So yeah, we're just kind of working through it, and I mean, I don't. It's funny because I said a lot about this in other videos, but I don't. You can't expect to be perfect the first time you try something or you do something, and even though this is the first 75 hard challenge I've done, I have done other like sobriety stunts, and I've done other physical challenges as well. I did P90X, I did Insanity. I'm not a stranger to difficult challenges, but it's few and far between. It's not like I do them all the time. But this one definitely is different, and it is a lot more just items on the list that I got to check off. So that said, I think that I wouldn't consider that a failure. I just think it was a slip up. And I do want to take from that and learn. So like I said, next date night, I will prepare better. And I'll probably just get shit done ahead of time. I don't also know if that's legal in the technical rules of 75 hard, but I don't really care. I mean, I did want to do it to the letter as much as I can, but my diet is pretty loosey. I definitely am just trying to gain weight, so there's not a lot of dieting. If I were to do this when I was cutting, I would probably be a little more strict on the diet. But yeah, cutting requires a lot of discipline with like cutting out the carbs and stuff, and so you could lose weight, still keep your muscle. But yeah, so it's interesting to me. These are the times too where it's just like, even though there's no motivation, you still got to do the task. And I guess I could have argued that I could have done that yesterday, but I really was fucking dead. Like, my body was aching. I was so sore. Like, even the walk that we did outside just took so much effort. And yeah, I felt like if I turned the camera on, I would just sit there and not have anything to say. My brain was fried. So yeah, I'm also very frustrated right now and there's always, in this kind of industry, and I'm sure there may be in other industries as well, but in photo video, I mean, it was in music too, but there is always technical difficulties that just lord over you. Like, there's always these problems that come up, and when you're trying to like get things out by a certain time, or achieve things in a certain timely manner, and then a problem occurs, it's like I don't know how to, because there's not enough time to fix the problem, and then you fix it, and then as you're dealing with these large files and trying to upload them or download them. So what I dealt with is I had a podcast that I recorded on Saturday night with my friend Tink, and one of the things that I fucked up was on my main camera that I'm using right now, I forgot to plug it into the wall battery, which is this dummy battery that plugs into the wall, so that way it never dies. It just always runs, because the battery's not going to die. And I forgot to plug that in, and I just had a regular battery. Well, what happens is when you're recording a big file, and the battery dies during it, it doesn't have a chance to like wrap up that file. Like if you just hit end recording, it would put like seal the file and code it correctly, and so that way you can read it. So when the battery died while I was recording the podcast, it didn't have a chance to do that. So that first hour and a half was corrupted. And luckily, I had a backup camera filming as well, but that doesn't have nearly as good of audio, and it wasn't able to get the full room, so it ends up chopping off part of Tink's head if she moves in a certain way, or my head if I move in a certain way, so just didn't capture everybody. So I was like, well, I can use the backup audio and I guess the video, but I want to see if I can repair this file. So I did some research and YouTubed a bunch, and I found this guy who has this website, or who used this website, and you can upload your corrupted file and they fix it for you. And sure enough, it seemed to be legit. Like, they showed me screenshots of what they fixed, and I was like, oh shit, because I couldn't open it at all. So it looks like they were able to repair it. It took forever to upload, and then it finally uploads. So this is like Sunday night, so I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm not going to get this out by Monday, because it still then has to repair. Then I have to download it. Then I have to edit out the breaks. Then I have to bounce it to a new file, and then I have to re-upload it and post it. So there's a lot of steps to this, and any of those steps can also have an error or fail, and then you got to redo it. So sometimes it'll be an upload that takes 4 hours to upload, and 3.5 hours in it fails, and so then I got to restart from scratch, and that's happened a bunch too. So I've been trying to get in the habit of doing, editing my podcast and getting everything done on Fridays. That way there's still Saturday and Sunday to deal with any problems. But the other podcast that I had is scheduled to be later for next Monday. So I had it up. I uploaded it. Finally gets up there. They fix it. It looks good. I pay the money for them to fix it, which is only like $35 or $40. So it wasn't too bad to fix this big file. But then when I download it, it's still not working. And so now I'm in the process of like emailing them, figuring out like what's went wrong. The audio seems to work, so they've been able to recover that, but the video is still like really jerky, and it only shows like one screen every 3 seconds, so it's just like chit, 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 and that's not going to work for me. So I mean, potentially I can use just the backup audio and the video from the other one, even though the video is cutting people off. It's like, I guess most people listen anyway. I think it's more important for me to be getting things out once a week right now than having everything perfect. But it is frustrating to still deal with this shit, when I'm 43 episodes in. So, yeah, I guess that's been frustrating to me as well. I do have the following episode already recorded and ready to go. And then another frustrating thing is just people that bail or flake on times, which happens quite a lot, and some people more than others. But I have my one buddy that I'm going to put on the podcast that, we were scheduled for last week, and we had to push it back a day, and then that day didn't work, and then we scheduled it for this week, and then it was supposed to be tonight, and then he just bailed on me again. I'm like, fuck, dude. And so I'm like, okay, are we going to do it tomorrow? And then there's always like a reason. He's like, oh, I had to cover a shift. And I'm like, dude, if somebody asks me to do a shift, but I have plans with somebody else, I let them know I can't do this because I've already made plans. And I get it that you can do that every once in a while, or if you need money or something, but I think it's like the 5th time that he's bailed on me. So, yeah, at some point I'm just like, fuck, dude, I can't keep, taking the time. I actually could potentially go to band practice tonight now, instead, because I'm gonna go do it tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta figure that out. But yeah, like my band had hit me up after I already planned to do our date night with Cinda on Sunday, and then they're like, "Hey, can we practice tonight?" And I'm just like, "No, I personally can't. I have plans. Like, we need to schedule a little bit further out, if you know what I mean." So yeah, I guess I'm just frustrated with some of those things, and we'll see how it goes. But this is the 20th recording, I think. So this is my makeup from yesterday, and I mainly just need to apologize to myself and keep moving along for missing a day. But we'll get it back on, and we'll get back in gear. And yeah, all right. Talk to you in the next stream. Peace.